Hey y'all, as you can see, we're back out in the garage again, and like I said in yesterday's video, this is tool week. So today we're highlighting a different tool, and today we're highlighting the angle grinders. Okay, so what I'm going to be talking to you about today is for the newbies. This is for the newcomers, the ones who really just don't have the experience with these tools. Okay, now there are some of us, we have got tremendous experience with these tools, but some of us don't. And you know what? That's the way it goes. You got to start somewhere. So why not start here? Okay, now if you're going to be doing metal work, like body work, like on this Barracuda here, you're going to be stripping paint, you're going to be stripping all sorts of other materials, glue, coatings. If you're going to be like prepping the metal for for paint, um, prepping a piece of metal for paint, you're going to need an angle grinder. Sure, you can get by without it, but again, it's one of those things. If you've got it, it just makes life a lot easier. If you're prepping metal to be welded, one of these is indispensable. If you're prepping the weld after it's been welded, maybe you're doing a little grinding on the weld, just to make it a little, just to appear for appearance's sake. Okay, this is again, this is going to be one of those tools you're going to find just tremendously indispensable, and you're going to need it. All right, so with that out of the way, first little commercial. Thank you so much. Over 1,000 subscribers. I am truly honored uh, and very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You all are great. I couldn't have done it without you all. Uh, it's just staggering to me that 1,000 people tune into this channel and they want to see what I've got to talk about. So I'm going to try to continue to do my best to provide the best material possible. Okay? All right, back to the video. Okay. Now, angle grinders. So this is going to be like a kind of a step up tool. All right, sure, some of this stuff you can do with a drill, but the thing about it is the drill, while it is highly versatile, there's some jobs it does that can be done by another tool that does that job particularly, just does it better. So is the case with the angle grinder. The angle grinder, you've got corded and cordless. Cordless, let's just go ahead and start off. Lots of features. Um, it's great to have it, especially because you can take this. I like to take this to maybe like to a salvage yard or something like that, and then use it to cut small parts off with. If I was cutting off something bigger, larger, heavier, then something like that might be in order. But then, you're talking about lugging an extension cord and all of that, and that just gets to be a lot of hassle. Maybe even a generator. Again, a lot of hassle. So, portability, usability, virtually anywhere. Carry this virtually anywhere. Very lightweight, easy to handle, and easy to use. Okay. Now, you see this shield here has got a easy to maneuver. I can position it in a lot of different places, so that makes it pretty nice. Okay. And it's got a two finger trigger. All right, so I have to pull that one down before I push this one down. So, and then of course you've got places here for the handle, a handle to go in and hold this thing steady, to help hold it steady. Then you also have the lock here that locks the main shaft, the output shaft. Okay, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Maybe, maybe not. Well, maybe I have to brace it with my other arm. Okay, there we go. Can I get it? No, it's like, not with my thumb, I can't. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Set this up. So, as you can see here, there we go. All right, I got it loose. Okay. But yeah, it holds that shaft, that button holds that shaft still, so you can't turn it. See, I'm holding the button down, I can't turn that shaft. So you can break this loose and change out whatever thing you need in there. Now, so just a few little features on this one here. Again, it's great, but you are limited by the amount of power the battery puts out. Okay? And also, too, you're limited to the amount of time you can use this. So when the battery runs down, you're going to go get the charger and chuck this thing into the charger. Your time of using this tool is over unless you have multiple batteries. I have 3 batteries for this, and so it's pretty nice to be able to take a dead battery, put it in my charger, which is over there, okay, and then put another battery in this and continue working on. However, if we're talking about big jobs and we're talking about working in the garage, then I'm going to be looking at this one here. This one is so much nicer to work with on big jobs, okay? Smaller jobs, yes. Bigger jobs, yes. Okay? Now, all right, so this one here, we've got a couple of different features on this one. This one, I can hold the button, I can push the button in, and that holds that trigger. All right, so now I don't have to hold my finger on that trigger. Okay, now there are people who will use these to polish painted surfaces. I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying that's what some people will do. There you go. Take it for what it's worth. Okay? But this one, like our cordless one right over there, it's got the same size chuck or output shaft, which is great. And a little bit on that real quick. They make some of these angle grinders that has a smaller output. Okay? I would not bother using those because trying to find all of these accessories here, all of these attachments in that smaller size is a little bit difficult. These seem to be way more common. Okay? These seem to be kind of the standard of the industry, I guess, you know, for lack of a better term. But the one thing you need to be aware of is do not lose this wrench. Okay? This is really critical. So don't lose the wrench. Okay? Fortunately for me, I think this wrench works on this one too as well. Almost. Yeah, it almost works on that. But anyway, okay. Back to it. All right. But as you can see, we've got the heavy grinder. We've got the wire wheel cup, which is great for like cleaning paint. Even some surfaces have got tar on them or something like that. Thick, heavy paint. You can also clean rust, loose, scaly rust with this too as well. If you're going to be doing, rust removal, this is also a pretty good item. But it's also pretty good for cutting down welded surfaces too. Like a weld that may be a little too tall or something like that. Cutting down edges of a piece of metal to, shape it up, make it look better, or make it to where it's not cutting you every time you go by it. Okay, it's not jagged or something. Okay. Of course, we got our heavy grinding wheels right here. These are, as you can see, this one here has been used up. But I just wanted to illustrate that for you there. But heavy grinding, you're really taking a lot of material off the metal. This is a great way to do it. Okay. Of course, the flap wheel can do it too, but it doesn't do it as well or as quickly as this. And of course, we've got the cutoff wheel. I have cut truck frames in two with these. Okay. So, you know, they come in different grits. You know, this one's aluminum oxide right there. This one came from Harbor Freight, but they're, you know, that's like anything else. There's not all of them are created equal. This one here, this flap wheel here, which is the same as this one here, by the way, this one actually tells you what you can use it on. So it's got little pictures there, tells you what you can use it on. But it also says 4.5 inch angle, you know, 4.5 inch, which means the 4.5 inch angle grinder. As you can see, it almost fills up the shield right here. Now, the corded tool you've got a whole lot of power here, okay? You've also got, oh, and whenever you're done with the button, you can, you know, when you got that button in, you're polishing or grinding away on a piece of metal and you're done, you just simply click it and it releases. Now, this one also has the part that holds the shaft down, so you can stop the shaft from spinning while you are taking the nut loose. Okay, so it's got that on there. This handle is rotatable from either side, and you can put it in the top as well. Now, if you're talking about, you know, larger, heavier projects, this is going to be great because while yes, you are tied to an outlet, you know, with your cord, and this is about maybe a 7 or 8 foot cord, by the way. And speaking of cords, make sure that it has got a protector on it like this, okay, so it doesn't get angled over and damaged, okay, angled over a 90-degree. So try to also get one with a handle too, because that's really makes it very useful, very handy, and allows you to really get more work out of it. Also too, when you're using one of these, you've got a whole lot more power with the cord, okay, and you are lugging around an extension cord, so that's the downsides. You're tied to an outlet and you're lugging around an extension cord. However, there's no time limit. You know, the only thing that limits you is if the power happens to go out. Then you go get that guy. But, you know, as long as the power is there, you're going to be using this tool as much as you need to, okay? Or want to. All right? Now, I thought since I ran that one just a little bit, I will run this one just a little bit to give you an idea of what a used one of these sounds like in pretty decent shape. Okay? So, now unlike the drill I plugged up yesterday, the old drill, this one here isn't going to be arcing everywhere. So, here we go. All right. So, here we go. Okay. So, a little metal finishing there. And that gives you some idea of what these are supposed to sound like if you're buying used. If you're buying new, try to find the features I've just outlined. Some of the newer ones may also come with like LED lights and all sorts of other things. But corded is great if you're using it in the garage, in your shop, you know, for larger projects. Cordless is great if you're going outside of the garage and using it for a smaller project. Now, I'm not saying you can't use this to like cut a truck frame. You probably can. But there's going to be times, certain jobs, where something like this is going to be, you know, kind of a hindrance. You know, it's sort of like, think about it like this. Think about it like, you know, you can go and you can take a hammer and a chisel and you can cut a piece of metal with a hammer and a chisel. It'll take you a while to do it, And even if the chisel's sharp, and even if you keep going back and sharpening the chisel up some more, it'll take a while to do it, but you'll get it done. Now, same goes for angle grinders. You know, there's certain jobs where, like the bigger, larger grinder that's corded is going to be better than the cordless. And there's certain jobs where the cordless is going to be better than the corded. So, it's up to you. Okay? So, anyway, I hope you found this helpful and handy, and I really like putting out these videos and showing people these tools, okay? Now, they are not new, as you can tell. This one here's got a lot of years of use on it. But I will be highlighting a new tool tomorrow, so if you want to see more of this, and hopefully you do, just tune right in tomorrow, and I'll be putting out a new video about all of this tomorrow. So I thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I want to take this time to mention that this channel is not edited. It is not edited, and it is not scripted. So, if you're not watching the entire video, you're missing out. You're not getting the full message. So, thank you very much. If you got any questions about this or any of the other videos, you know what to do. You're smart. Put it down below. I'll do my very best to answer your questions as soon as I possibly can. I might even make another video about that particular question, okay, which has happened quite a bit here lately. And I do appreciate that. I really do. Really like that. So thank you very much. God bless. Have a great one.